Wipe is coming, you guys. This is insane. I didn't expect it to happen, but it is happening. So today I want to help you guys out on this journey. When you're level 1, you only have level 1 traders available to you. Flea market's not there. So today we're going to be taking a look at level 1 trader barters that I think are the best, and it'll give you a little leg up, it'll give you a little bit of a better boost when you're such a low level. So stick around. We've got a lot of video coming. Just a quick PSA before we even start this video. Some things do change during wipe time. I don't know how drastic this wipe's going to be on changing, the dealers and what they sell, but I'm pretty confident. I would say 85% of these barters are going to stay the same and stay where they are, but there could be a slight change. So before you comment and be like, Geeks, this one's not here, you know what I mean? Like, just relax. Things change sometimes, okay? So let's start with Prapper. We're going to just go in order here. We'll start with Prapper first. And the first thing I'm going to show you is this armor right here. There's two things that are really valuable to early wipe players. That is armor and backpacks. Because you can't get them from any traders really, or at least any good ones, you're going to be trying to get these off of scavs or just find them out in the wild, or you have to barter for them. So this is a level 3 armor. It's very good early wipe. It's fantastic because you're not going to have many guns that can penetrate it. And to be honest, it's for 1 propane, which again, it's not super common, yet it's not super rare, and you do need it for a task, but that's not till down the line, you know what I mean? So you can sacrifice this early wipe. It's not that big of a deal. So if you do come across a propane, highly recommend you picking it up. Now, the second one I like is the AKM. If you guys know me from my channel, you know that I love the AKM to death. I love the 7.62 ammo, and to be honest, early wipe 7.62 PS ammo is fantastic. And this gun, it's a decent barter. The problem is you have to trade 3 Tushonkas for it. Now, I wouldn't say early wipe, but like after a good chunk of tasks, you're going to have a task where you have to give them a bunch of found in raid Tushonka, and I wouldn't give them any Tushonka you found in raid because it is somewhat of a bitch to find it. But what I would tell you to do is usually at the start, your character has a bunch of food already on them and it's not found in raid. So they, I think, start with a few Tushonka on them. If you can, do a barter for it, get that AKM. I think it's highly worth it. You can eat some other stuff you find around, the other maps, but I would highly recommend this barter. I think it's fantastic. And the third one I'm going to show you from Prapper is this PP19 for a T-plug. And if you've played Tarkov before and you're known to loot any sort of filing cabinets, it's a pretty common item. They're not super rare at all. And this was actually my go-to gun from level 1 traders back in the day. So this is only tradable now. You can't at all just buy a PP19 outright anymore. You used to be able to, and I love the PP19 early wipe. It's a fast firing gun. Not many people are wearing much armor, so as long as you can feed some massive amount of bullets into them, you're probably going to kill them before they kill you. So this barter, it's a banger, guys. This is a barter you should be looking out for sure. Okay, so everyone's favorite woman of Tarkov, guys, it's Therapist, of course, and you know what? 2 of her barters are like iconic. I think they're just the ones that everyone uses. So the first one is Painkillers for matches. Anytime you see matches, make sure you pick them up. There's a lot of barters even later on down the road that are fantastic, but this was just like a staple, and you're going to be using this one quite a bit early wipe. So just make sure anytime you find matches, you're probably going to be trading them for Painkillers. And the second one I would be looking at is the car med kit. This is 2 duct tapes. And again, just like the T-plugs for the PP19, if you're searching filing cabinets, which I'm sure you are because it's early wipe and you're just looking for anything, you're going to come across duct tape a lot. This is another iconic barter that everyone uses. And again, duct tape's really good early wipe. There's trades that use it also down the road that are worth it. But right away, this is going to be your bread and butter. Definitely the Sawawa for the raid. That one's huge. I'm not going to lie to you. That one's a big one, but raid isn't really a super common item. So I wouldn't, worry about it, but just keep your eyes out if you do find a raid that you can get a Sawawa for it. But yeah, these two, man, these are your bread and butter for sure. Hemostats, everyone wants them for sure. I like this one, but the screws are somewhat more uncommon and you will need them for your hideout. And the other thing is screws eventually on the flea market go for quite a bit of cash. So as much as this is great because you get a hemostat, it's really not worth it that much, especially because at level 1 you can just buy these tourniquets. And just buy these tourniquets. You're going to make so much money off of those screws anyways. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend you do this barter, but it is here. The one you're going to be looking for is, again, the painkillers you're going to be really looking at, and the car first aid kit. These are your bread and butter. Skier is really disappointing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Level 1 Barters isn't really his thing, but he does have a Vepr. And you know, any gun, like I said, any gun that takes 7.62 PS ammo, even if it is semi-auto, I highly recommend using it. And it is for 2 horses, which I wouldn't say is super uncommon. They're common-ish, especially if you are looting a bunch of safes. So right now, I think everyone pretty much is known to like just be like, I don't like, horses are like the cheapest thing in the game, right? You don't make much money, but early wipe, everything has value to it, even these horses. So just know 2 horses equal a Vepr KM. And then also we've got the press armor. But like cats are super uncommon. Like you're not going to find a ton of them. And then you also need the pom-pom. I don't think it's that worth it, to be honest with you. I think you can find this armor more commonly on scavs anyways. But if you have this stuff and it's just laying around, why not? But Skier's kind of a bust when it comes to barters. I'm not going to lie to you. Peacekeeper has 2 of the best barters in early wipe Tarkov. So I'm going to show you them right now. So like I was saying before, anything you can go into raid with storage wise that is big, so like a backpack, any bigger backpacks is worth its weight in gold, because the more stuff you can take out of a raid successfully, the more chance you have to do better barters, sell to traders, make more money. And you can't really buy any big backpacks from any traders from level 1. So these are your go-to backpacks when it comes to early wipe. Now the MBSS, all it takes is a 1 damage hard drive, and a day pack, all it takes is 1 damage hard drive and a DVD player. And the best part about both of these things are the items are super common. Because there's computers everywhere in the game, you can find these items quite frequently and quite easily. So if you find, you know, a hard drive, if you find a DVD player, make sure you pick it up, because you're going to get a big storage container to go into raid with, a backpack, a really nice backpack. Now the third item I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you a little trick to this actually. So we have the MP5, right? It takes 8 of these knives. You get these knives from just killing scavs. Usually it's pretty common to find one of these knives from a scav. But what I'm going to show you to do is every time you go into raid, so you start with this bayonet, say, right? This crappy bayonet. Take it off. You're not going to really use it. What are the chances you need the bayonet? Sometimes you need a melee weapon, but by the time you're using it, you're pretty much already dead. But even if you die in a game, whatever's in this little container, in your melee container, is kept on your body. So whenever you kill your first scav, say they have one, I throw it in there right away. So even if I die, I'm still 1/8 of the way there. So, you know, you don't need to put in your secure container. It's like a fully functional secure container for one of those knives right away. So whenever I start, I always take away my melee weapon. And then when I find one of those, you know, those brown handled knives, I throw it in here right away. And then I just collect them over time. So we only have mechanic and ragman left. And I'm not going to lie to you, ragman kind of sucks. So we pretty much have mechanic left. So level 1 mechanic has some great barters, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite. And then there's going to be some honorable mentions for task related barters that you should keep an eye out for these items so that you can do the tasks later on. But anyways, so we're going to be looking at barters. The first one is Avog 17. Grenades early wipe are fantastic, only because you can't get them from traders unless you barter for them. And no one's really expecting you to grenade early wipe. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good surprise mechanic. So if you search grenade cases, you're going to find fuses most definitely, and you can barter for one VOG 17. Fantastic. This other one's kind of along the lines of my PP19. So that sounded so weird. Anyways, so the Oompa Loompa, the UMP, this barter is one hard drive, one DVD, and 2 capacitors. And like I said, you're already going to be trying to find the HDs and the DVDs for the backpacks. But if you have any extras and you do find the capacitors, the UMP is a great gun because, again, anything fast firing early wipe is going to melt your enemies faster than they probably can melt you. So this gun, fantastic. This one's a little harder to do, but it is doable. I did it many times early last wipe, and that's the MPX. So this takes 5 DVDs, 5 UV lamps, and 2 weapon parts. Now, it is going to take time for you to collect all these items, and you do need weapon parts for some other things, but you can craft those in the hideout, so you don't have to worry too much about those. But man, do you get a pimped out MPX for this stuff, right? So like you get the Bravo, you get the red dot on top, you get the silencer already on it, you get the shift grip. This is just a great level 1 barter, and I'm not going to tell you like it's going to be fast to do it, but just collect these items over time so that when you do have them, you're like, oh, I can get that sweet ass MPX. So just keep your eyes open for this one. The PP19 that's modded out, I don't think it's that good because rollers are so rare and you do need them for tasks. You do need them for your hideout. And yes, it's a great gun. Don't get me wrong, but these were selling for 800,000 early wipe, these rollers, which was crazy. So I wouldn't recommend this one, even though it does look like, you know what, this is probably pretty decent because it only takes 1 item. I wouldn't recommend it. The 2 honorable mentions I'm going to be showing you though is the shotgun. And it's not because, I'm a shotgun guy or anything, but it's because when Gunsmith Part 1 comes to you and you need to do Gunsmith Part 1, this pretty much has every single piece you need for it, except for the buttstock and I think one other thing, maybe. I know for sure you need a different buttstock, but other than that, I think you're pretty good to go. So you're going to be always needing the elite pliers. So when you see those elite pliers, make sure you grab them, and then 1 screwdriver. And this is, like I said, just because when Gunsmith Part 1 rolls around, you're going to be so happy you can make this barter right away. And then the other honorable mention is anything for this set of tools. Again, you need to fix these 2 things in factory. You need 2 toolkits. So if you see any of these parts, just snag them and then eventually just barter them away to make tool sets. Okay, I promise you it's going to be worth it. And then that way, whenever you find a tool set in raid and you already have some because you did this barter, you can sell them on the flea market for big money. Ragman's going to be the last trader we talk about because Jaeger has to be unlocked through a task later on, so you don't get him right away at wipe. So Ragman's going to be the last guy. And to be honest, it's just it's not that great, to be honest. So the GSSHs takes 2 paper for them, and any headset early wipe is fantastic. The problem with this barter is paper isn't super common, but again, you know what, you're probably going to find some just by looting filing cabinets, so just keep an eye out so that if you do find paper, it is somewhat worth it so you can get these GSSHs, even though they're probably the worst headset out there. The backpack, the Burkett, you're not going to find that helmet much, you know what I mean? Like the helmet you might find on some scavs here and there, or when you scav in, your scav might start with one of these, but you're not going to find them that much. But if you do, remember it does have a Burkett. Also 2 bleaches for the Ratnik. Great. But again, you're not finding a ton of bleaches. Like it's all good stuff. Again, armor for 3 energy drinks. Okay. But there's nothing that I'm going to be like, hey, be on the lookout, keep your eyes open for this. It's just not that great. I'm not going to lie to you. The only thing I would really recommend is the paper. And then if you are killing scavs or you're a player scav that spawn with one of these Digettas, it is a good barter. Thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? I'm not perfect. So if I missed your favorite level 1 trader barter, please put it in the comments below. This channel, the community I have on Twitch is all about, you know, helping new players, helping even players that have been playing for a while, and just maybe opening their eyes up to things that they might have missed. And it would mean a lot to me. But the one thing I know you can do for sure is hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. It's free for you guys, but it does mean the world to me. And also know that I do stream 5 days a week on twitch.tv. And Wipe's coming. With Wipe, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream the first day. And then after that, I'll be just sleeping, eating, and playing Tarkov on Twitch. So come by, say hello, and until next time, I'll talk to everyone later.